On a Friday night, we are going to get this race in uninterrupted. Working on a video earlier today. I recorded some gameplay for Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing, so that will be up in the morning as well. Including the Xfinity race at Iowa, and then a career mode episode of Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing. And that will also be a live stream. But for right now, here tonight, we qualified in a good spot, well, a decent spot, 23rd, middle of the pack. We're going to be good on the longer runs as usual. I would expect. Just how long will it take before we have something like that? So here we go. Green flag is about to be in the air. Let's do this. That is indeed... I don't know what I was going to say there. Welcome to live streaming on YouTube. Okay, so 23rd. Here we go. Green flag is about to drop. Tyler Reddick on the pole for this one. And let's have a great race. Gonna use the controller here tonight. 45 laps in the opening stage of the race. Busy weekend on the channel, of course, with the Cup race. Well, really all the racing getting suspended at Atlanta Motor Speedway and Homestead Miami Speedway this weekend. You can expect a lot of streams coming in replace of that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. Quickly on the first lap, they'll go from 23rd to 16th. I think we could have had a lot better of a qualifying effort than when I did qualifying 23rd. Had a little bit of a mistake out of turn 4. I had to get out of the gas before I ended up in the wall. But even then, I didn't think I was going to qualify that far back. I figured I'd qualify about where I'm running right now, to be quite honest. Probably going to have to start entering these corners a little bit higher. I think that's going to be the fastest way around. You saw Austin Cindric just pass us around the top side of the racetrack. I think I can run these corners a little bit harder than what I am right now and still get it to stick. Justin Allgaier, he was looking to the inside of us, not going to be able to make the pass. We're going to take it 3 wide now into turn 3, at least thought about it. But Austin Cindric is going to take it, and look at Justin Allgaier make the move to the inside. Allgaier takes it 3 wide. We're still 3 wide off the exit of turn number 4. John Hunter Nemechek going to get to our inside. This could get tight into turn 1. So we're going to pass Josh Williams, but John Hunter Nemechek also going to merge on by us on the inside. Jeffrey Earnhardt leading the early laps in this race. He has not won a race yet this season. We had a new winner in the last race at Kentucky yesterday. We've had 7 on the season so far through the first 17 races. This is race number 18 of 26 as far as the regular season is considered. So we still have 5 more spots open to make the 12-car playoff field here in this Xfinity Series season. We got a lot of road course races coming up in the near future. Should be a fun one. North America all coming up within the next 6 races. Gonna try running that Watkins Glen race with the steering wheel. We'll get to see how chaotic that might be. Gonna hope for the best. Right along with the in-car cam now. Kind of stalling out. I made those passes on the opening lap of the race, and really since then, not only we lost a couple spots, but really tough just to really gain any momentum for us right now. It's going to be tough to see exactly where we're going to be running by the end of this race. The longer the green flag runs go, the better of a chance I think we're going to have of winning the race. We'll just have to see. I did get a stage win though, back in stage 2 in the last race at Kentucky last night. Didn't score any stage points in stage 1. Still ended up with a top 5 finish. Looking on the inside of John Hunter Nemechek. We're going to get there. Not going to be able to complete the pass off of turn 4. Nemechek's going to scrape on by. It's a big group of cars here, even though we're short track racing. Diving in late into the corner into turn 1 now. Just trying to make the pass on Nemechek. Side by side now off of turn 2. Now the jump into 3, washing up the racetrack. Nemechek going to try a crossover move. Wow, and he completes the pass too, staying right in front of us. Great crossover there by Nemechek. We'll look back to the inside into turn 1 again. This time trying to stay pinned to that yellow line. Can we clear him? Not quite. Could not clear him off of turn 2. Good battle. Back in the middle of the field for 17th. Now we'll clear him in the middle of turns 3 and 4, finally getting the position. Now we're on the drive ahead. 35 laps to go in stage number 1. Already 10 laps in the books. Just goes to show with short track racing how quick these laps just fly by. Probably see a decent amount of tire wear here with it being a shorter track, and not only that, but it's a really flat track here at New Hampshire, 1 mile in length. We had a little bit of contact with Cindric getting into turn 3, and that definitely costed us a little bit of time. Looking to take it 3 wide to the outside. Look at this move. We're going to carry great speed now down the back straightaway, passing Cindric and Justin Haley before we get into 3. Still to the outside of the 19 of Brandon Jones. How is this going to work? Trying to beat him back to the gas, and let's see how good of a run we'll get again. Drag race now down the front straightaway. Can't clear him into turn 1. We're still side by side. Trying to break late. Really driving in deep, and now we're going to clear him off of turn 2 for 14. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be tough just to get to the lead in this 45 lap opening stage. Tires aren't falling off too much, so we should be able to drive through the first stage, which again, short track racing, only having 45 laps in the first stage, I kind of figured we were gonna make it on tires pretty easily. Allgaier just passed Sieg for position. We're gonna try to follow him now into turn 1. And we're going to make the pass on the 39 car as well. To the inside of Jeremy Clements. All the way down to the apron through turns 1 and 2. Getting it to stick. Now side by side down the back straightaway. He's got the speed though, beating us back to the gas. We're going to beat him into the braking zone into 3. We're going to scoot on by. We're inching closer to the top 10. Allgaier and Chastain side by side for the 10th spot just in front of us. Quickly looking to the inside of Chastain for position. Now he drives off down the back straightaway. We'll try to get him into turn 3 again. Looking back to the inside, making a huge dive bomb move. And we're going to clear Chastain for 11. Allgaier less than a half second ahead of us as well. 28 to go, stage 1. to the outside of Justin Allgaier. It seems like we run a little bit better, running a little higher of a line compared to most of the other drivers throughout the course of this race. It's tough to beat them into the corner though on the outside compared to the inside. Really slide up in front of them a little better. But we definitely have a lot more straightaway speed to really get back to the gas pretty well. Still side by side now into turn 1. Now we're going to make the pass for 10th. So we're in the top 10 for the first time today on lap number 19. Jeffrey Earnhardt just getting into the back marker cars right now, catching lap traffic for the first time today. To the inside of Brandon Brown for position. Another pass is made, now trying to catch Golding for 8th. Christopher Bell working his way through the field. We got 25 laps to go in the stage, only 20 laps in. Still plenty of time to catch Jeffrey Earnhardt, of course, if we stay green. Looking to the inside, not going to quite get Golding that time. Definitely going to look to pass him clean whenever we can get close enough to make the pass. Tyler Reddick is falling back to 7th right now. To the inside of Golding, into turn 1. Beating him to the brakes, sliding in front of him, and we are now up to 8th. And we're going to catch our first lap car in this race of Elliott Sadler. In the midst of this lap traffic, going to take it 3 wide to the bottom now, into turns 3 and 4 on Tyler Reddick. Reddick really just trying to drive away right now. To the bottom on Reddick, side by side, 4th position, very close to making contact there. We're going to clear him and quickly get to the outside of Mike Harmon as well. Now zigzagging down to the inside of Briscoe, going into turn 3 for 6th. We're going to clear him for position. Bell up to 6th. How about Vinnie Miller? Back marker car at usual, somehow running in 5th right now in the top 5 late in stage 1 at New Hampshire. Short track racing going his way so far tonight. Gonna look to the outside of Miller. There's Timmy Hill. 33rd, he's a lap down right now, and he's about to get past, and that probably wasn't the best move going 3 wide to the top side there, as we were obviously not able to get Miller, and we had to check up out of the throttle. Big dive to the inside, trying to close the gap on Miller. Now to his inside here, going into turn 3. Outside. Closing in on Tommy Joe Martins now just in front of us. Which way will Martins go? He is on the top side. We're going to use Martins as a pick, and we're going to get on by Vinnie Miller, moving us into the top 5 for the first time tonight. Trying to get every stage point we possibly can here as we inch closer to the end of the regular season. Still about 4 seconds, a little over 4 seconds off the race lead. We're about 2.5 seconds back from 4th place Noah Gregson. Even Michael Annette just barely ahead of him in 3rd. Gregson really struggling to get around that lap car right now. I wouldn't say we struggled trying to get around Fincham there, but probably could have been a little easier. Now looking to the inside of Garrett Smithley. He's a lap down. We'll zoom on by. And a ton of cars just ahead of us, whether they are a lap down and or on the lead lap, as we are going to try to pass them for position here shortly. Now on lap 30 already. There's your season opener Daytona winner, Stephen Light, just to the outside of us. Currently in 26, he came into this race 18th in the point standings. He's got that win, so he will be in the playoffs if he can finish inside the top 20, and I think he's a little over 30 points ahead of the cut line there. But he's not having a good run today as we take it 3 wide up through the middle. This is getting very tight. Contact now with Kaz Gralla. We tried to pull up and clear him before we got into 3. Didn't work. Now taking it 3 wide to the bottom, and there we go. Battle for third, 3 wide with Gregson in the middle, Bell on the bottom, Annette on the top. Still 3 wide, now side by side going into turn 1, and we're going to clear both of them easily by the exit of turn 2. Christopher Bell up to third, and about a second back from second place, Cole Custer. And just a car length or 2 ahead of him is Jeffrey Earnhardt, the race leader. So this is about to be a 3-car battle for the lead here very, very soon. 13 to go in stage. Still got plenty of time with the leaders in sight. Custer now looking to the inside of Earnhardt off of turn 4. Jeffries led the most laps early. He leads another lap there. Oh, contact with Colt Custer. Custer now looking to the top side on Earnhardt. We're side by side for the lead. We got a lap car of Zane Smith in the way. Custer blocked in. Oh, thought about going up the middle. Contact with all 3 of us. Big save by Christopher Bell coming off of turn 2. And now Custer to the bottom of the track. Cole Custer looking for the race lead on Jeffrey Earnhardt through 3 and 4. Earnhardt trying to go to the outside of Zane Smith. The lap car, he will. Earnhardt continues to lead, 11 to go now in stage 1. 3 wide to the top side goes Bell. Trying to not only get around Zane Smith, but pinch Custer in, and we did, and now we're up to second down the back straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4. Closing the gap now on Jeffrey Earnhardt. Driving it in deep. It looks like the lap car is going to get in the way of us. Earnhardt continues to lead. Which way will he go to get around the lap car? He'll go to the inside, and we're just going to follow him, at least for right now. We are so close to the back bumper of Jeffrey Earnhardt right now. We are within striking distance. Custer only a couple car lengths behind. Going to shoot the gap deep into turn 3. Trying to clear him. We're going to make the pass for the lead. Christopher Bell will lead his first lap of the race on lap 37 here with only 9 laps to go in stage 1. Took us a while to start from 23rd and get to the lead, but nevertheless we got it done. Now we just got to run without an incident here for the rest of the stage, and we will get a playoff point. Likely going to take 4 fresh tires at the end of the stage during the break. Oh man, Mike Harmon pulling up right in front of us in 35th place, not really giving us a lot of room to get around him. Had to check up out of the throttle a little bit. Still got a 2-second advantage on Earnhardt, with Cole Custer in third just behind him. Once we get by Barcelo, it looks like we're going to have at least another full lap or two before we catch the next lap car. Don't get very spaced out here at New Hampshire. It's only a 1-mile racetrack. You don't see 3 wide too much. We've already seen it a couple times today, but you definitely see a decent amount of side-by-side racing. Especially last year when they added the PJ1 in on the top line. Really gave this track 2 grooves, which it was starting to form 2 grooves before that, but that definitely helped the outer line. And it made for a very great race last season. I'm sure we'll see a lot of the same this year. 5 laps to go now here in stage 1. Oh man, almost got into the back of the 61 there of Austin Hill for a second. That's a close call. To the inside now on Timmy Hill. Thanks for all of you tuning in here on a late Friday night. Usually don't stream, especially this late, but didn't get a video in today. I did record Tony Stewart's Sprint Car Racing game earlier. It'll likely be uploaded in the morning. We got a couple more streams coming up tomorrow. All the NASCAR postponements coming up in the next couple weeks. You can bet that there is going to be a lot more streaming in that time frame on this channel. 3 laps to go now in stage 1. A 5-second lead on Jeffrey Earnhardt. Once we finally took the lead, we were really getting through the lap traffic for the most part pretty well and pulling away pretty quickly. Earnhardt has definitely led the most laps so far in this race. And he's going to be one of the guys to beat here tonight. Two to go. Looking to the outside on Balicki. And make the pass. So lackluster finish to the stage, but we did have some good battles, especially for the lead there for a short while between us, Earnhardt, and Custer. But now the white flag is in the air here for the final lap of the stage. 18 drivers on the lead lap. We'll see if we can lap John Hunter Nemechek before the end of the stage. We got a half a lap to do it. Might be a little too far behind. We're going to attempt it. Can Nemechek stay on the lead lap? It looks like he will. Green-white checker flag in the air. Christopher Bell wins stage 1 at New Hampshire. Earnhardt second, Custer third, Gregson fourth, Michael Annett in fifth. 6th place is Vinnie Miller, Justin Allgaier 7th. 8th was Chase Briscoe. 9th, Tyler Reddick, and Greg Golding looks like he's going to round out the top 10. So that'll be the stage points awarded for the opening stage. So everybody's going to come down and hit pit road here. Run 78 laps on a full tank of fuel. We're just going to take 4 fresh tires. 3/4 of a tank will be enough to fill it full. And we'll see where the lineup will shake up after this. So let's see how crazy this restart's going to be. We went caution free through stage 1, so we pretty much flew right through it. Quick start to this race, another 45 laps coming your way in stage 2. So we're about to go green now. We got Cole Custer, who actually beat Earnhardt off the pit road to claim that second spot. But we'll control the pace after winning the race off the pit road. Green flag in the air. Good jump on the restart. Custer trying to hold in on the top. We're going to hurry up and clear him before we get into turn number 1. And Jeffrey Earnhardt quickly trying to get back around Cole Custer now through turns 1 and 2. They're still side by side. Now down the back straightaway. Custer got a better run off the corner on the top. He's going to be able to clear Earnhardt going into 3. Custer moves to the bottom. Oh my goodness, Custer really wheel hopped there. Almost got into the side of the 9, and he lost a ton of spots. And here comes Earnhardt. No way to block him off of turn 4. Barely we're going to be able to lead the lap. But remember, it took us 37 laps to take the lead the first time. We are just not good on the short runs. Jeffrey Earnhardt with the race lead. We're going to try to hang in here as long as we can. Quickly trying to get back to the inside. A little bump there on the back bumper of Earnhardt. Trying to fight hard. 3 wide now off of turn 4. Michael Annett wants the race lead. He hasn't led a lap yet in this one. 3 wide into turn 1. This is going to get tight for the race lead. Trying to run clean through the corner. Unbelievable battle going on right now. We're holding on as best as we can. Custer back in the mix again. We're going to try and cross over Annett going into 3. We're going to get to his inside. He can't block us off. Contact now with us and Annett. Going to be able to block off Custer for the time being, and off of turn 4, Bell back to the lead again here at New Hampshire. But Cole Custer is back in the mix in second place once again. And now he's going to get to our inside, at least looking for it. Off of turn number 2, we're going to have the advantage for the time being, and we're going to block him down the back straightaway. There's a clean block. Now going into 3. How much patience will the 00 have? Look at Noah Gragson. He doesn't want to waste time. He's going to go to the outside looking for the race lead. We're going to try to side draft him. Not going to work, and Noah Gragson will lead his first lap of the race. Quickly down to the inside into turn 1. Will Custer try to take it 3 wide? We'll see. Still side by side off of turn 2. Gragson clears us down the back straightaway again and into 3. Not going to be able to pull off a big enough of a run that time. Custer's going to get to our inside as we wash up the track. Still washing up. Had to really get out of the gas. And Jeffrey Earnhardt will get on by for 3rd as well. Justin Allgaier closes into the back bumper of us now. We're getting a little bit better of a job trying to hold on to our positions compared to what I thought we were going to do. Look at us just blocking like crazy here for every spot we can possibly hold on to before the long run car starts to finally kick in. Annett thought about taking it up the middle there, couldn't do it. Justin Allgaier can't clear us yet as we try to side draft him down the front straightaway. Into turn 1, trying to pinch him down on that yellow line, not giving him a lot of space to beat us back to the gas, but he still will anyway. Allgaier up to 4th, and look at Vinnie Miller trying to get back into the top 5 again. Miller makes the pass look easy. Galdi now looking to the inside. We're still getting freight trained around the top. There's nowhere to go at this point. Able to block Galdi off there through turns 1 and 2, and now down the back straightaway as well. Already 8 green flag laps into this stage as well here. Top 3 nose to tail. Custer still looking for the lead. He's in second behind Noah Gragson right now. And Jeffrey Earnhardt is also right on his tail in 3rd. Got a little bit of a space back before Allgaier in 4th, Miller in 5th, and you got us with Christopher Bell in 6th. Noah Gregson still leading laps. It seems like the driver with the clean air seems to have quite a bit of an advantage, as it's so hard to pass here on this flat racetrack. Tight corners. We're right along out the in-car cam here. Trying to enter in a little higher, sweep down to the bottom of the corner off the exit, and really do our best to diamond these corners off, especially when there's no threat of anybody trying to pass us from behind. Best way to not only set up guys to pass them, but as well just to run quick lap times. Could have done a better job of doing that in qualifying too. I think another way I could have qualified a lot better than what I actually ended up qualifying. That's in the past now, and we already won stage 1, so we know we got a fast car in the long runs. Qualifying speed almost seemingly was just never going to be there. We held our own inside the top 6 on this restart though. 30 laps to go in stage 2. We are closing the gap on Vinnie Miller in 5th once again. A little tight group 1 and 2 now. Really had to get out of the gas before we ended up putting it in the wall. Just trying to keep the car clean. Caution. First caution of the race on lap 62. So we went quite a ways before having that first yellow. And strategy-wise, John Hunter Nemechek is going to hit pit road. Free pass will go to John Jackson. And I wonder if Nemechek might have been the driver that got caught up in the wreck. Then again, Garrett Smithley pitting as well. Joey Gase, Elliott Sadler, last 2 drivers still on the track. They'll pit as well. They've got nothing to lose. So we'll stay out with the rest of the leaders, conserving our tires at this point in the race. No need to pit. And we will restart in 6th. So following the first caution, here we go. Green flag back in the air here at New Hampshire. Trying to get through these shifts well. Oh, this is going to get tight. 3 wide into turn 1. Hoping nobody makes a mistake. Slamming on the inside of us was Vinnie Miller. Look at Miller looking for the spot. More contact off of turn 2. Awkward angle here going into turn 3 as we were way down on the inside, just trying to hold our line as best as we can. Still 3 wide. Contact again with Miller. And we're going to hold on to the position. So we did gain 2 spots on the restart from 6th to 4th. Not bad for restarting on the outside on a flat track like New Hampshire. Had about as good of a drive off of the corners as we could have possibly had. A little contact multiple times with Vinnie Miller. Oh, and now we just missed our corner in turns 3 and 4. That allows Justin Allgaier to get under us to complete the pass. And Allgaier behind us. Noah Gregson looking to the inside on Jeffrey Earnhardt, who doesn't look quite as strong here in stage 2 as what he did back in stage 1. Currently in 4th, 23 to go in stage 2 yet. Closing into the back bumper of the 81, getting a little tight through 1 and 2 there. Had to check up a little bit. Earnhardt's still able to stay right in front of us. Now looking to his inside into turn 3. Give us enough room to get under him, but he's going to kind of pinch us off late and hold on to the spot. And meanwhile, We got Justin Allgaier closing in on a rear bumper, and as well Noah Gragson looking for the lead on Cole Custer. Going into turn 1, side by side for the lead. And now we're going to get to the inside of Earnhardt, beating him back to the gas off of turn 2. Big side draft going into 3, trying to slide up in front of him. We did, but now a crossover move back down to the inside, and it's going to work. Really blocked off Justin Allgaier there. Didn't want too many guys to get around us. So although we made the pass on Earnhardt, he got us back right away. Trying to set him up in turn 1 and 2, and now into 3. We'll see if we can make a move again. Looking to his inside, late dive into the corner. Trying to get it to stick. He fights back on the top side. Can't complete the pass, but we stay alongside of him now down the front straightaway. Really just trying to side draft again. Into 1. Still side by side. Can we clear him off of turn 2? Yes, we do, finally. And now Allgaier looking to follow up. Justin Allgaier is looking for the race lead. Allgaier going to clear Earnhardt for 4th right behind us. Looks like he's got a fast car in this one too. Now Cole Custer looking for the lead back once again on Noah Gragson. We took it away from him a few laps ago. Hope you guys are enjoying this race so far. It has been a good one. Let's see if we can make this a 3-car battle for the lead between the 900 and the 20. He's been on his back bumper really ever since Gragson got around him about 4 laps ago now. Still got about a half a track before we catch lap traffic because of the way the caution split. Now we just missed the corner going into 3 there. Really missed our opportunity to close the gap even more. Custer going to get to the inside of Gragson, or at least he's looking there, down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. And we're going to get a big run on him because of it. 3 wide for the race lead now off of turn 2. Can we sweep by both of them? We're going to get by Gragson. Still side by side with Custer now into turn 3. This could get tight. Trying to really break late and beat him there. Custer going to clear us. Gragson fighting right back on the bottom again. We're going to go up the middle. 3 wide for the race lead into turn 1. Oh, dropping it in deep, trying to get it to stick. Not going to work that time. Trying to beat everybody off of turn 2. And we will. To the lead. Here at New Hampshire, now into 3. We kind of missed our zone again. Gragson trying to fight back on the bottom. Noah Gragson to the lead. And we're right back to 3rd. 15 to go. This is unbelievable. What a race going on right now. And that could be allowing Justin Allgaier and Jeffrey Earnhardt, who have been staying more organized behind us, to catch up to us here. Diving into the corner a little bit later that time, and now we'll get our second caution of the race. 15 laps after we get the last one. John Hunter Nemechek on fresher tires has driven his way up to 6th. So the strategy with him pitting could be working here. Free pass is going to go to Ray Black Jr., so we'll have 20 drivers on the lead lap now. Josh Williams is the only driver currently out of the race. Closing in on the halfway mark here in this one tonight. Noah Gragson will lead us to the green flag with Cole Custer in 2nd. Green flag back in the air once again here at New Hampshire, looking. And this is all going to be going into turn 1, trying to clear everybody, driving it in deep. He cleared Custer. Gregson trying to fight back on the bottom. Not going to get there. From third to first in turns 1 and 2, it's Christopher Bell getting to the lead. But remember, John Hunter Nemechek on fresher tires. Does he have any sort of a shot maybe to take the lead here in the next coming laps and maybe steal the win in stage 2? He's on the bottom of the racetrack right now as we're back up to speed with 10 laps to go in stage 2. We try to run the outside here. We've got the clean air on the rest of the field. Noah Gregson in second. Got a little loose through 1 and 2, but we're driving right out of it. Bell just trying to pull away now in the closing laps. It doesn't look like we're going to catch lap traffic at all here in stage 2 because of the way the 2 cautions played out in this stage compared to the caution-free first stage. Custer is now falling outside the top 5, despite finishing third in stage 1 and leading laps in both stages of this race so far. 8 to go. Drove it in a little deeper through 3 and 4, really strictly running the bottom that time. Everybody on these set of tires were definitely the fastest on the track. It's hard to tell with John Hunter Nemechek, who's still back in traffic right now and just outside the top 5. He was on fresher tires than everybody else, but at the same time he was outside the top 15 at the time he pitted. So I just think his tire fall off on a track that does have a lot of tire fall off, such as this one, might be a little too much for him to overcome as far as trying to get to the lead here, unless he can make some adjustments in the final stage of the race. We're trying to sweep stages 1 and 2 here in this one. It's a very good possibility. Four laps to go. Custer's back in the top 5 now. He's in 5th with Jeffrey Earnhardt just in front of him at 4th. Maybe he's got a chance to steal the 4th spot here, and maybe even 3rd because Allgaier swept up coming out of turn 2. And or Jeffrey Earnhardt and Custer just getting back to the gas a lot sooner or something there. I don't know. But a 3-car battle for the 3rd spot going on with 2 laps to go now in stage 2. It's like another kind of lackluster final 10 laps of the stage, despite the first 35-40 laps being pretty good racing. Looking forward to this 3rd stage to see how it's going to shape up. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go off of turn 4 this time. And a really big lead. Almost 5 seconds on Noah Gragson. He seemingly is going to steal the second position in stage 2 compared to how he was in stage 1. He was a top 10 car in stage 1, but I don't even think he finished in the top 5. So maybe, who knows, if he can get the clean air late in the race, maybe he can win. Green, white checker flag off of turn 4. In the air again, Christopher Bell, just like stage 1, will win stage 2. 20 points, 2 playoff points to add on to the season total. And it's a good start to a solid points day for sure, coming out of New Hampshire here for Christopher Bell and the 20 team. 4 fresh tires here, 3/4 of a tank of fuel, enough to fill it up, repair any damage we've got before we start this third stage. So we're going to advance to the third and final stage. Wow, we lost 3 spots on pit road there. And Justin Allgaier surprises everyone winning the race, because even Gregson lost 2 spots himself. Green flag back in the air, 107 to go, stage 3 underway. Great racing we have seen so far, and look at us go to the outside, at least looking there, coming off of turn 2. He can't quite get all the way to the top, but now down to the bottom, thinking about taking it 3 wide into turn 2. A little bit of contact with Noah Gragson. And look at Michael Annette, just made 3 passes in 1 corner. Passed 3 cars in 1 corner there to move up to second. Getting past both me, Custer, and Jeffrey Earnhardt. Is unbelievable. Here we are trying to hold on for third still while Justin Allgaier is in front of the field. 2 junior motorsport cars in front, and maybe 3 here in a short moment if Allgaier, or sorry, not Allgaier, but if Gregson could get by us. Gregson, the runner-up spot after stage 2. To our inside, we almost made contact there. Saw how close we got. Gonna go down to block him into 3. Will he use the bumper? It doesn't look like he will yet. Jeffrey Earnhardt there in that Kyle Busch Motorsports car. Maybe he's going to make a move to the outside. And yes, he does, making the pass. He made a late block on Gregson. He checked up a little bit. And now he's going to get right back to the inside of Earnhardt once again. Meanwhile, while all this racing going on for third, right behind the leaders there, pulling away quickly, Allgaier and Annette. Both about 2 seconds ahead of the third place driver. Gregson back to the inside again. We're going to try to side draft him. Big side draft now going into turns 1 and 2 rather. Gregson going to get on by, and now look at Tyler Reddick. Reddick going to pass as well. Slight contact with Jeffrey Earnhardt. He gets a little loose into turn 2. 3. Turn 3. And now we're 3 wide off the exit of the corner there with Vinnie Miller. And Miller going to make the pass. He's looking to get back in the top 5 again. 3 wide now into turn 1. Look at us all the way down on the apron trying to get it to hold. Somehow, some way, we stayed 3 wide all the way through the corner. Miller gets out of the gas before we get into 3. He wanted no part of it. Again, getting loose into the corner was Earnhardt. To the inside goes Miller. A little bump on our left rear corner panel. He'll slip on by. And we drop back to 7th here. Just over 100 laps to go. We kind of came down on the 98. Couldn't block him that time. He didn't move out of the way. Trying to side draft him. Yeah, it's not working. We're starting to get brake trained now. Brandon Brown a lap down, still trying to hold on. About put it in the wall off of 4. Cross flags in the air. We are halfway home here at New Hampshire tonight. 100 down, 100 to go. First 2 stages flew by, only 2 cautions in total. And Allgaier and that's still pulling away, but it looks like Gregson's actually kind of starting to run him down slowly but surely. And how about Cole Custer? Custer finished 3rd in stage 1, and I think 4th in stage 2. He is in 11th right now, just outside the top 10. Just amazing how quickly his day has gone from good to not necessarily bad, but not as nearly as great as what it could be. I mean, look at us. We've fallen back to 9th now, which is the furthest back in the field we've been since closer to the start of the race. Now in danger of falling back to 10th. Custer gets to our inside. And we were hanging on as best as we could for 2nd and 3rd for those first couple laps. And it was fading back through the field. We'll get it going eventually here, but how long will this be able to last as we get tight now on the entry to 3? Custer will slip on by and clear us for the position. And I don't know if we're going to have a shot to get it back into turn 1. We're going to try down to the inside. Off of turn 2, can't clear him. Still side by side with Custer. Contact and Custer goes around. More caution for the 3rd time tonight. He accidentally caught his left rear quarter panel and spun him sideways going into 3. So we'll restart with 93 laps to go. And the leaders are all bunched back together again. We have seen crazy restarts in this one. Will we get another? Quickly taking it to the bottom, getting a good jump, 3 wide. Going into turn 1, we're not going to give an inch. Big jump by Christopher Bell on the restart. Now looking for 4th on the inside of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Gregson trying to move up to 2nd past one of his teammates. Oh, a little bit of a slip up there. Again to the inside of Jeffrey Earnhardt. More contact through 3 and 4. Nobody giving each other any leeway. And now we fade back to 5th. To the outside on Jeffrey Earnhardt. We got Michael Annett just in front of us, kind of holding us up. Earnhardt almost using him as a pick like he's a lap car. Big move to the inside. 3 wide now going into turns 3 and 4. But we can't get it to hold, and man, Briscoe almost slipped by us on the bottom. But we're still side by side with Annett off of turn 4. Back down to single file. We'll try to get him into 1 again. Trying to slide job, and we're going to clear Michael Annett for 4th off of turn 2. Justin Allgaier, the race leader, but he's got 2 fast cars of Gregson and Earnhardt right behind him. Noah Gregson, his teammate, now looks to the inside off of turn 4 for the race lead. 90 laps to go at the stripe. 78 laps is what you can go on a full tank of fuel here, so even from this lap right now, there's still a 1-stop race to the finish. From this point on, back to the inside again. Huge side draft on Jeffrey Earnhardt. Before entering the corner, he's going to try to cross us over now off the exit of 2. It's going to work. We almost put ourselves in the wall. How about Noah Gregson? In front of the race leader, or is the race leader, in front of Justin Allgaier now, as Junior Motorsports is running 1-2. With an Earnhardt in third place as well, despite the fact Jeffrey Earnhardt is running for Kyle Busch Motorsports. We're going to get to his inside. We're going to complete the pass and slide right up in front of Earnhardt now for third. We got Justin Allgaier in second. We might have a chance to pass him in the next corner or two. Down to the inside into turn one, a late dive all the way to the bottom. Can't clear him, contact now. Through turns 1 and 2, so all we can do is get to the inside. We took the dive maybe a little too early. We'll try to get him back through 3 and 4. This time we're going to slide up in front of him, block him off, and Jeffrey Earnhardt now going to get to his inside. Earnhardt looking to slide on into third as well. They're side by side behind us. Now we're going to try to run down the race leader, Noah Gragson. Earnhardt going to clear Allgaier off of turn 2 for third. Custer is back up into fifth. Remember, he was just outside the top 10 at one point about 10 laps ago. And he's catching up to everybody in the midst of every one of these battles going on inside the top 5. 85 laps to go as we close in on Gragson again. Possibility for Bell to take the lead. We're going to close into his back bumper off of 2, and we might have a shot to get him in 3. Dive to the inside, going into turn 3, side by side for the lead. Bell on the bottom, Gragson on the top. Cannot quite get him that time. We're going to slip up too much. I don't think we're going to have a shot in turn 1 either. Going to have to try and set him up to get him back into 3 again. That's exactly what we're going to try to do, pin down to that yellow line this time. And again, into turn 3, diving it late, side by side. Can we clear him? Yes, we do. Slide job from turns 3 and 4. Christopher Bell to the lead again. Third different time we have led in the race with 83 laps to go. Gragson looked to try to get us back into 1, but we closed the door on him. Great drive off for the exit of turn 2 as well, down the back straightaway. Now we got a couple car lengths on him. He's still fighting though. Got a lap car coming up here in the next couple laps as well. Again, just outside the pit window for right now. Not sure if the tires can last an entire fuel run as well, at least the right front anyway, with the amount of wear on this flat 1 mile oval. Jeff Green's going to be the first car that we are going to catch and pass as far as the lap cars are considered here in stage 3. Only one driver is currently DNF'd in this one through the 3 cautions throughout the course of this race. They're all coming within the last 50 laps. On a 2-second lead on Noah Gregson. 77 to go. We are inside the pit window as far as fuel now to the end of the race. Obviously, everybody still needs to make that pit stop before the finish. As far as the tires are considered, I feel like we could run about 60 laps on that right front tire, so we'll just have to see logistically how this is going to work. Especially depending on if we get another caution before the end, because I guarantee if we get a caution, everybody's going to pit, and that includes me as well. Just because we can make it on fuel, and then it's just a matter of, will our tires hold up. I'll take 4 fresh tires on that next pit stop, whether it is under green or under a caution. In the best spot to get around these lap cars. Most of them have been running the inside whenever they can. Most of the drivers in this race in general have been trying to run the inside as much as they can. I think that's part of why there is a passing lane if you can really get off the corners well on the top. As shown at times throughout the race. Passing lane, preferably on the inside, but if you don't clear them, they're likely going to get the run off the top side and either zoom past you on the straightaway or able to side draft off of you and stay side by side into the following corner. Fastest lap in this race so far is a 29.855. Our fastest lap ever is a 29.809. So we're only about 0.04 of a second off from our fastest time ever. We will have 4 fresh tires on this car before the end of the race as well, so maybe we still have a shot to run our fastest lap ever at New Hampshire in the Xfinity cars. Just have to see. Big loose moment getting into 3. Just trying to pass all these lap cars. Still there. 70 to go. The outside on BJ McLeod. Almost put it in the wall off of turn 2. Really was checking the throttle quite a bit there that time. Kind of missed the entrance of the corner and was hurting basically all the way through. So that Xfinity Series live stream we're going to have at some point tomorrow at Iowa will be run with the controller as well. It'll be the second time we go to Iowa on the season. Again, that will be a live stream as well. Live stream coming up at the Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing game. Also, I do have to say, I did not see John Hunter Nemechek running 19th, barely headed the 20th place car, one lap down in this race. The way he ran in stage 2, finishing in the top 10 and getting stage points late there. Now he's about to fall back to 20th. And that he'd be the first driver one lap down. That is just a crazy turn of events there for him. And it was really looking like he could have a better day. This just wasn't meant to be. 28% tire wear left on our right front right now. Bit of contact off the exit of turn 4 there with Ross Chastain. 16 laps left. Quickly to the inside of Chastain and Ray Black Jr. for that matter. 3 wide for a slight moment, trying to get around the back marker cars as well. Finally, Joe Martin's not doing as well in this race compared to prior races. I'd say recent races at that. A 13-second lead on Noah Gragson. It is currently not only our largest lead of the race, but the largest lead of the race, just under half a track ahead here for Christopher Bell. Man, you get on the brakes there through turns 3 and 4 without trying to hit the wall. Again, just getting back into the gas way too soon. Only 21% tire wear left on the right front now. We're going to run this as long as we possibly can here. Figure now we did have one caution so far in this third stage, but we have still run exactly 50 laps on these tires. So yeah, just to make it halfway, it's got to make it another 3 laps. We'll easily be able to make it to the end from there. 4 drivers on the lead lap. Tyler Reddick is the last of those guys on the lead lap in 12th. Down to the inside of Reddick. Timmy Hill's in the way. He's going to go another lap down here in this race. Oh boy. Contact there with Hill off of turn 2. That could have been a lot scarier than what it ended up being. A 15.5-second lead on Gregson. About a half a track lead now with 54 to go. .53 to go. Man, got into the gas way too soon there. You can really tell that right front tire is starting to go on this race car. 52 laps left. We have made it past halfway through this stage. Should be able to make it to the end on this right front tire. And we did get one caution as well, but I still think we'll be fine. Figuring we were easily able to run 45 laps to start the race through the first stage. Remember, our first caution didn't come out till lap 62. We've had 3 total. When we come back to the line this next time, we'll have 50 laps to go, so we'll have a quarter of the race left. Here in this one, last driver in the lead lap right now is Chase Briscoe in 9th. There we go, 50 to go. 8% tire wear left on that right front. We'll definitely stay out this lap, maybe another 1 or 2 laps after that. And we'll bring it on to pit road for a 4-tire pit stop. We'll have to see if it'll be the last stop of the race or not. We'll definitely lose the lead to Noah Gregson, but we'll also have to see if we're going to end up losing a lap or not. Just got back into the gas a little too soon again. We're going to stay out one more lap at least here. We'll see if we'll pit this time. We got 47 to go now. Again, just trying to last as long as we possibly can in case of a caution. We'll stay out this lap as well here.
All clear.
Didn't miss pit road there, but I didn't want to get stuck on the outside of Elliott Sadler at the same time. We'll cross him over to the inside now into turn 1. 7 drivers on the lead lap. Vinnie Miller just out ahead of us over there. We're going to hit pit road this time. Soon by the outside of Fincham and out of the inside of Vinnie Miller in 7th. Gotta make sure we don't speed onto pit road here. Speed limit is 45 miles an hour. We get it to 45. So 4-tire pit stop coming our way here. Half a can of fuel will be enough, plenty enough to fill it up to the end. Will be 10 laps to the good from there. Gonna come off of pit road. Back onto the racetrack, trying to get up through the gears here before we get up to speed, of course. How long will the leaders stay out now? We are on the lead lap, but a little over half a track behind the race leader, Noah Gregson. We're going to be the fastest car on the racetrack now on 4 fresh Goodyears compared to the rest of the field. And we're back up to speed. 44 laps to go. In 9th. That's how far back in the field we'll fall. Again though, do we go the final 93 laps of this race under green? Because so far we have. We're right at 50 laps is what we've run on this green flag run so far. So we look to the outside on Briscoe for position, and that moves us up to 8th. Caution for the 4th time today now, and that is going to split the strategy here in this one. Here we go. So we pitted just a couple laps too early, but the problem is we didn't really have a choice. So we're going to pit here to stay on the same strategy as the leaders. 4 fresh tires coming our way here. Guess we didn't have to put fuel in the car, but we still did. We gained 3 spots. Wow, quick pit stop. So we went in 8th. We came out in 5th. Gaining 3 spots on pit road. Still getting to restart on the bottom. And the green flag back in the air. Taking it 3 wide to the bottom of the track. 39 laps to go at New Hampshire. 3 wide for the lead now into turn number 1. Gregson in the middle. On the bottom of the track, it's Bell. Jeffrey Earnhardt on the top. Look at us go. Still 3 wide, and Jeffrey Earnhardt is going to merge out with the race lead. We're still 3 wide for 2nd. Contact now with Gregson. 4 wide. 4 wide off of turn number 4. We somehow make it through the corner. Gregson loses a ton of spots. He restarted as the leader, and now down into the wall slightly. Luckily, we didn't hit it too hard. Oh, ricocheted ourselves back up in front of the traffic. So Jeffrey Earnhardt has the race lead now here in this one. And will we make it all the way to the finish at this point? Or will we get another caution? We went about 55 laps under green. Before that last yellow, how about John Jackson in the top 10 and 9th right now? He's looking for 8th on us. What a great late run he's had in this one. Unsponsored team. He had a good run at Daytona going for himself too. Big block to the inside on the front straightaway. gonna work. Cole Custer lost a lot of spots on pit road again. Well over an hour into this race. Custer gonna squeeze on by. Custer is gonna pass us for position. That moves us back to 9th once again. A little contact there with Custer as well. Tyler Reddick going to get to our inside. He's going to pass us. We're now back to 10th with 34 to go.
Harrison's still there. Got one coming inside. All right, you're clear.
Trying to keep that 4 car of Chastain pinched to the inside. Quickly side drafting off of him here. Trying to hold on to a top 10 position. And now we overdrive turns 1 and 2. And that's going to allow him to get under us. But he can't quite clear us off of 2 as Bella's still there on the outside. And again, Jeffrey Earnhardt in the lead as we're barely clinging on to the top 10 right now. Again goes Chastain. Trying to side draft down the front straightaway. 32 to go.
Got one down low now.
Can we clear them? Into turn 3? Yes, we are, as somehow, some way, Chastain still hasn't cleared us. And now a little bump and run, and now he will. So that pushes us outside the top 10. We're now back to 11th with 31 to go.
Still there.
It's unbelievable right now.
Still there.
Trying to get back around him on the outside. We're going to pass and clear him going into 3. And overdriving the corner a little bit more again. Chastain again able to get to the inside. And we're going to clear him off in turn number 4. And in fact, here comes Briscoe now trying to get under him as well. The Hunt Brothers Pizza 98 car. Brandon Jones in 5th right now. He's trying to hold on to a top 5 finish. Reddick was looking to take it 3 wide now off of turn 4. He thought better of it. Backs off. He'll just stay behind him. 29 laps to go. Currently 5 seconds off the race lead. A little tight off of 2. Had to get out of the gas. Still holding on to 10th on Chase Briscoe right now, but it's way too late in this race here to try and come from behind. 28 to go now.
Don't move. Stay high. Got one inside.
Briscoe gonna get to our inside now. So is Allgaier. Briscoe gonna clear us for position. We're back to 11th again and barely holding on to our position alone on the racetrack. Don't know if we're able to hold on here in this one. I mean, we are falling behind big time to Jeffrey Earnhardt. Everybody on the same set of tires here when we went green with 39 laps to go. More contact with Clements. 26 to go.
Gotta calm low now. Clear low.
Jeffrey Earnhardt looking to become the 8th different winner through the first 18 races of the season here in the Xfinity Series. Looking to the inside of Custer for 8th going into turn 1. Nowhere to go to really clear him though, because Reddick's on the inside just in front of us. Gregson also in front of us, but on the outside. We fall right back behind Custer again. Custer looks to block us into the corner, can't do it. Oh, now we're trading paint off of turn 4. Oh, contact there going into turn 1. I made it 3 wide there for position. And we still can't clear Custer. He is still there trying to hold on to 8th.
Hold your line. Got one inside.
And now here comes Justin Allgaier on the inside. For contact with Custer. Custer have been side by side for every bit of like 3 or 4 laps now, and we even lost a spot in the process to Justin Allgaier, who we're going to have to try and get back. Chase Briscoe trying to pass us as well. It's Custer's teammate. Custer clears us finally, and we still can't pass him. 22 laps to go.
Still there.
This is just taking way too much time. We'll try to get around the outside. We're going to clear him going into turn 3, and now quickly back down to the inside on Justin Allgaier. Custer clears us on the crossover move, gets by us again. And 21 laps to go now. Contact with Allgaier.
Careful, still there.
Briscoe thought about taking it to the inside, backs off at the last second, realized it wasn't going to be a good idea. We are now 7.5 seconds off the lead with 20 laps to go. On a short track at that. This is just not looking good as we take it 3 wide into the corner. We're getting desperate to try and get around these guys. Can't quite clear Custer still. Unbelievable. Finally clearing Custer through turns 3 and 4, 19 laps to go at the line. We're back to 9th again, but can we hold on in time to get around these next 4 guys just in front of us? 3 wide now into turn 1 for 6th on Tyler Reddick and Noah Gregson. Already clearing Allgaier, who is now about to be cleared by Cole Custer as well. Still to the inside of Reddick here for 6th, going into turns 3 and 4. Reddick trying to cross over. We're 3 wide, stuck in a sandwich in the middle here with Tyler Reddick and Noah Gregson. Nowhere to go though, with Gregson kind of holding the top. To the bottom again, 3 wide into the corner. With Brandon Jones there, and now we're 4 wide for 5th for a short moment there. Custer was trying to slip on by as well, couldn't do it. We're up to 6th now with 17 to go, and to the outside of Brandon Jones for 5th. Couldn't get him that time for turns 1 and 2. Custer follows us, he's up to 7th. Now to the inside using the lap car. Joey Gase is a pick. Custer to our back bumper. He pushes us up out of the way, and as we clear Brandon Jones, Custer gets on by us for 5th now.
Bottom's looking good.
Now we get tight into turn 1 big time there.
Inside.
Up to the outside again. We are 8.5 seconds off the race lead in 6th place. We're even 5 seconds back from 4th place Austin Cindric. We're trying our best, but it might be too little too late here with 15 to go. Unless we get a caution and bunch the field back up again before the end of this one. Either that or we're going to definitely try to have to move our line up the track and try to pass these guys around the top. Side drafting off Custer. We have battled with each other, slowing each other down so much over the course of the last 10 laps or so. We clear them again now off of turn 2. That'll move us up to 5th again on this run. Austin Cindric in 4th. Vinnie Miller in 3rd. What a great run he has. Obviously, he hasn't won yet this year either. Jeffrey Earnhardt came into this race 12th in the points standings. Because of some of the wins, he's outside the cut line coming into this race on points. By almost 30 points, a win would go a long way, and it would solidify himself into the playoffs as well. So we are 8.6 back of the lead with 15 to go. Now with 12 to go, we are 7.6 back. So we've gained 1 second in 3 laps. And we are still behind pace as far as trying to catch Jeffrey Earnhardt for the lead. We might need some lap traffic to help us out here. Finally pulled away from Custer behind us at least. Custer's 2 seconds behind us now. Just doesn't seem like it was meant to be. Ten to go. Thought about taking it to the inside of the lap. Car there couldn't do it, had to go around the top. On Balicki as well here. We have caught Austin Cindric only a second behind him. We'll probably catch him next lap. How long will it take for us to pass him? Vinnie Miller, only about another 2.5 seconds ahead of him. .4 seconds off the lead with 9 to go. So in the last 6 laps combined, we have gained a little less than 3.5 seconds on the race lead. It's going to be close. We're coming quick to the inside for 4th on Cindric. We're going to get on by Christopher Bell, the long run car, paying off in our favor. But on a 39 lap run to the end of the race, remember, it took us to lap 37 to take the lead on the opening run of the race. Similar situation here. We're battling just outside the top 10, almost too long. But this isn't for a stage win, this is for the race win. Adding on to an already good points day, winning the first 2 stages. Getting 2 playoff points, looking for an extra 5, and leave the race with 7 playoff points compared to when we came in. Getting a full 60-point day out of it. If we can get the win, we're in 5th. We're definitely going to catch Vinnie Miller and Michael Annett. We'll definitely get up to the top 3 before the end of this race, but we'll see. Just less than 4 seconds off the lead now. We are coming up pretty quickly on Jeffrey Earnhardt. We are running as hard as we can. Had to check up out of the throttle there, Stephen Light. Oh, almost came up and blocked us. 6 laps to go, and I didn't realize. It's just amazing how quick these laps are winding down. Will we have enough time to get him? To the inside of Miller for third. Going into turn 3. We're going to complete the pass. Miller going to try the crossover to the inside. Not going to get us. Christopher Bell is up to third. Michael Annette in second. Just in front of us as well. Jeffrey Earnhardt, with 5 laps to go in the race, is 3 seconds ahead of Michael Annette right now for the race lead. Bell closing in on Annette. Junior Motorsports was looking dominant for most of the third stage. Their best car, though, is about to fall back to third. Can't quite clear Annette yet. And now we clear him before we get into turn 1. 4 laps to go. 2.5 seconds behind Jeffrey Earnhardt. Earnhardt's got about 4 lap cars just in front of him right now. Here we go, trying to run. Oh, lap car's getting in our way. Look at us trying to go right up the middle. Had to check through the throttle a little bit. Contact. Slight contact with Ray Black Jr., 3 to go. Jeffrey Earnhardt getting through those guys about as best as he can. He's asking his spotter to see if he can move those guys out of the way. 2.5 off the lead. Are we going to get to him or are we going to run out of time? We're definitely running it hard. Driving it in deep through 3 and 4 to get around the lap car of Jeff Green. We're going to clear Green off of 4. Just over a second back. 2 laps to go for Christopher Bell. Can he run down Jeffrey Earnhardt? Laps are getting longer for Earnhardt. Now we got to go to the top side to get around these 2 lap cars. There will be no more lap traffic the rest of the race. As soon as we get on by, just less than a second back with a lap and a half to go. Jeffrey Earnhardt leads into turns 3 and 4 right now. Can he hold on? It's going to be close. White flag in the air off of turn 4. 1 lap to go for Jeffrey Earnhardt. White flag. Can Bell get him? Oh, about missed our corner into 1 and 2. Big run on the top side of the racetrack. Had to check up out of the throttle a little bit. Earnhardt holding on. Half a lap to go. Big dive to the bottom here into turns 3 and 4. Slide job going into the corner. Trying to clear Earnhardt. On to turn number 4. Here he comes. We got to check out of the throttle. Drag race back to the start-finish line. By inches, Earnhardt wins it. New Hampshire, what a finish. Jeffrey Earnhardt by inches beats Christopher Bell. He tried the slide job through 3 and 4, and he made the crossover move. What a finish to this race. A photo finish. Unbelievable. By 65 1/1000ths of a second, Jeffrey Earnhardt wins at New Hampshire over Christopher Bell. We had a shot going through 3 and 4. We just job, and Jeffrey Earnhardt will lock himself into the playoffs with his first win of the season. Unbelievable. What a race. Now that leaves only 4 spots open for points as of right now to get into the playoffs. What a great finish. We add on to the points lead on Chase Briscoe, but we unfortunately could not get the win. It was so close. Earnhardt led the most laps, 76 laps led out of the 200 though. Despite us winning the first 2 stages, he was probably the most deserving. And we never led a single lap in that final 39 lap sprint to the finish. What a race. That is going to do it here for this one. For more NASCAR daily content such as races and videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. Got more action on the channel tomorrow. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video, etc. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.